Buongiorno, signore e signori. Welcome back to Mangia Monday. We are going to be making a nice, delicious chicken dish today with some dried apricots. That's right, you heard me, apricots. Most people don't think they go together, but the sweetness of the apricots really complements the flavors in the chicken. So, let's get started on the ingredients. Alright, and of course, for any chicken meal, you're gonna need some chicken. You can use any pieces of chicken, thigh, breast, bone in, bone out. I decided to go with bone out chicken breasts. I have 8 pieces right here. That's what this recipe is going to call for, 8 pieces of any chicken. But whatever you decide to cook is up to you. Alright, first things first, we're going to need some onions. We're going to use these, we're going to saute them in the pan that we're going to be using later. It's going to be a nice flavor to the chicken, as well as a nice little crunch to the dish. Next thing we're going to need is we're going to need some sugar. We're going to add some to taste, not too much, maybe 2-3 teaspoons, but we'll see how we go the farther along the process we get. We're going to need 2 lemon wedges. I know mine are a little bigger, just what they had at the supermarket today, but we're just going to use that for some juice and we're going to zest them later. Isn't it a fun word to say, zest? Next we're going to use some tomato paste, not too much, just probably 1 teaspoon. But that's also going to give the sauce a little bit more consistency, plus a little bit more of an earthy taste. Next, we have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is to help saute the onions with, and it's going to give the overall plate a nice little earthy texture. Then we have a dry white wine. Not too much, probably about 2 tablespoons of this as well, but you can add to flavor. It'll kind of pull back the sweetness I'm about to introduce to you, which is these dried apricots, which I've been soaking for about 30-40 minutes or so. The apricots are going to go in the dish and it's going to give it a nice little sweet kick whenever you get a little bite. And then the water is actually going to go into the sauce, which will give everything kind of a nice melded together sort of feel between the lemons and the apricots and the oils and the wines. Everything will come together really nicely and create one nice chicken with apricots dish. And now that I showed you all these amazing ingredients, let's get to the fun part. Let's actually cook this bad boy. Now we're gonna get ready to saute the onions. We're gonna add our olive oil and the onions themselves. We're doing this on a medium heat. And we're gonna do this for about 5 to 10 minutes until the onions are clear. Now that all the onions are sauteed, you got to remove them from the pan, put them back in the bowl that you just had them in. That's totally fine. Nice, quick and easy. Just, watch out for the hot oil that is in there. Can burn. It's not super comfortable. So once you have all your onions out, you can go ahead, turn your oven up a little bit higher, and now we're going to brown the chicken. So we're not going to cook it fully, we're just going to get it brown on both sides. So depending on the size of your skillet, you could fit 2, maybe 3 pieces of chicken in there. But you let it sit for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, flip it over, brown the other side, continue on your way. Alright, next step we're going to do, open up your wine, about 2 tablespoons, so a quick trick is just 1, 2, and you get your water from the apricots, that goes in as well. And your 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, put that in there. And you take whatever you're using to saute with, mash this up, and we're going to mix in the tomato paste until it's basically fully dissolved. Quick way to do this, you tilt your pan. And if you see chunks, just smack them down. Get this. Thing we're gonna do after you put the chicken back in the pan, you're gonna put everything else back in as well, and we're gonna mix it all up. So the onions, all the apricots you had soaking, your sugar. I'm gonna go 2 teaspoons this time. And then the juice from your 2 lemon wedges, you just squeeze that in there. All right, once that's all done, take whatever you're using to saute again, mix everything in. Get everything, nice and flavorful. You want every bit of everything everywhere. So you're gonna wanna get everything in here to boil. Then when that's all done, you cover it, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Then you turn everything over as much as you can. Let it simmer for 10 more minutes, and then we'll be ready to taste this bad boy. Alright, one thing you can do for flavors, you have a zester. You just go ahead, take the rind of the lemon that you use to squeeze in, and you just zest this bad boy. With a nice little extra flavor for the chicken. And it's gonna stick in the zester more often than not, especially because you just squeezed it. You just bang it out. Yes, Mom, we are taping. For those wondering, that's my lovely mother, Linda. She's our behind-the-scenes advisor, considering both of us don't know how to cook. Alright, when you're all set, you can go ahead and turn off your stovetop. Remove the covering. And what we're going to do today, we're going to make a nice little presentation. Just place the chicken pieces on a nice little plate of your choosing. This one so happens to be mine. Stack it, layer it, do whatever you have to do. Right? One piece right on top. It looks so dumb. We're going to just take, we don't need this. We're going to take everything that we've just been simmering for the past half hour or so. Put it on top. Oh no. It's alright, we're an amateur cooking show. We don't get paid to do this. And then, you have a good assortment of everything that you want. Go ahead and take your skillet / pan, whatever you want to call it. Just go ahead and give everything a nice little drizzle. Let me get it this way so my camera guy can get a nice shot and maybe not some sauce on his lenses, but whatever. Alright, get the last bit of the fruit out, and there you go. That's your chicken with apricots. Now that everything's plated, go ahead and take a plate, bring it on over to your dinner table, and this has been chicken with apricots. I really enjoyed cooking this for you guys, and I hope you would enjoy it just as much eating it. This has been Mangia Monday. My name's James. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Oh, you want me to talk? Oh, we're starting. We're not. Because I thought we were starting and I had onions in my mouth, and that wouldn't have been good for the take.